Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the SU-5. It's the Tier 4 Soviet SPG, and we're located on the north spawn of Glacier. And the commander of this vehicle, well, it's MCHammereD. Yes, I'm afraid it's him again, and he's taking part in the Arty Day competition, and this was his entry in the SU-5. And we can see that he's armed with a 152mm mortar. What can I tell you about the SU-5? Well, it was designed and built on the chassis of the T-26 light tank. They actually made several versions with different guns on them. The first one, the prototype, was 76mm. Then they built a one with a 122mm gun. And lastly, they built one with a 152mm gun, which is one you see here. And it was the one with the 122mm gun that they mass produced. Now, unfortunately, MCHammereD fired that round and it hit the rock instead of hitting the enemy tank. I think he was prompted to firing very, very quickly, because you can see everybody else firing at the same tank at the same time. But sadly, he didn't get anything out of it. Now he's having a quick look at the entrance to the aircraft carrier. There's the Excelsior. He's indicating that is his next target. Dialing in the aim. So the one thing you have to do with the SU-5 is you have to dial the aim in accurately, otherwise the shell will miss. Round out. Direct hit. 140 hit points. Bang on the money. And that's what this Arty can do. It's got 12 rounds with the 152mm mortar. Only 12. Very short, small number of shells indeed, but the thing is that it can do a lot of damage. And look, another 114 hit points, 2 critical hits on the Excelsior, down to only 16% of his health left. One more shot and he'll be out the game altogether. Okay, I presume he's still there. Round out. And he is! He's dead now though. He's a wreck. That was a really good shot. It worked because he dialed in the aim, kept it steady, and although it does take a long time to aim this Arty, it can be very good if you fire and get a hit. Oh, he splashed hit that Hetzer as it was pulling away for only 21 hit points, but it is his second kill of the game. Right, he is relocating because there is an enemy fairly close by, the Matilda, but he's going to have a little bit of difficulty. Needs to fire over those rocks. There's an M37. It's a little further away, but probably a more stationary target, and that M37 is now dead. Now he's going for the Matilda. He can hit it. It's sitting there doing absolutely nothing except firing back. Now if it stays there, you can get an accurate shot into it. Oh, he fired thinking it was going to keep moving forward. It didn't. That's the other thing about the SU-5. You need to be very careful to make sure your top shots are bang on target, because you don't get that many. He's down to 6 rounds of ammo now. He's loaded. Round out. This time he gets a hit. 85 hit points. Now, some people, me included, call this the Faden's Medal machine. The SU-5 has so few rounds that by the end of the battle, you've almost run out of rounds altogether. And if you do almost run out and get to the last round of ammunition and take out the last enemy with that last round, you get a Faden's Medal. And I've got 2 Faden's Medal with this Arty already. So it really is possible to win a Faden's Medal, an epic medal. You can see the shell arcing away at that enemy. Unfortunately, I don't think that hits. But they're now down to just 5 enemy. 5. Yep, just 5 left. And there's 11 on MCHammereD's team. And they seem to be on the east side of the map. Nobody up in the northwest corner anymore. Certainly nobody in the middle of the map, because the T-40 is on the other side. And I think they're all about to find that the enemy are out of range for MCHammereD. He's going to have to move east, otherwise he's not going to be able to hit them. Well, 2 of the enemy have been spotted. One of them's in range. It's that M4. He's indicating that is his target. dialing in his aim. Another enemy, the Matilda, has been spotted. Now, he hasn't fired yet. That's good job that he didn't, because otherwise he might have missed. He's fired now, round out. Right onto the engine deck, 133 hit points. Now that KV-1's going to come over the rise very shortly. Okay, the M4's made it to the bushes, but hasn't moved any further. There's the Matilda. Round out on the Matilda, he's stationary. Direct hit again, 166 hit points. He's down to 10% and he's out the game. There's only two left, the M4 and the RT. And the M4 is no more. That means the only remaining enemy is a birch gun. And we haven't found him yet, but I think they will find him very shortly. So it looks like it's only going to be 2 kills for MCHammereD. That is, unless of course he comes across the birch gun. But the birch gun's a very slow Arty, because it's based on a medium 2 tank. Now MCHammereD's saying to the team, just cap. Well, yes, that would work, and in fact it would force the birch gun to come back, but then the birch gun has got an unlimited supply of ammo, basically, with 150 rounds. Yep, it was the M5A1 Stewart who found the birch gun in the end and finished him off. So that's the end of the game. Let's have a look and see how they did. And it's a first-class tanker for MCHammereD in the SU-5. He also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 9 in that battle. So let's have a look at the team scores. Well, he didn't get the highest damage. That went to the KV-1S with 1,096 hit points, and MCHammereD managed 767. When it came to kills, though, he was joint third with 2 kills. But when it came to base XP, he was 5th on the table. Well, joint 5th, actually, I should say, because they both got 528. He is 1 place below the KV-1, but they are jointly 5th when it comes to base XP. So let's have a look at the detail report. Fired 10 rounds, got 6 direct hits, 6 penetration, 2 splash. Damage of 767 hit points, of which 682 were at more than 300 meters. He damaged 5 of the enemy and killed 2 of them, and he did damage assistance of 73 hit points and stun assistance of 37 hit points off 2 stuns. On a premium account, he earned 19,963 credits, and he got an additional, no, he didn't actually get any additional. After ammunition resupply, and the ammunition is really cheap, 290 credits a shell, he had 17,065 credits left over. He received 792 XP, but it was ×3 for the first victory of the day, so he took away 2,376 XP altogether, but the base XP, which is the important figure, is 528, and by the time that this replay had been created, I'm afraid that had already been beaten. So sadly, he was not the winner of the tier 4 category, because somebody already had a higher one by then. But well done for taking part, MCHammereD, and good luck in the next competition whenever we hold it. I'm sure you'll do much better then. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that'll be featured in the next video.